Hey guys, it's the Kitchen Table Magician here with this week's episode of $20. I think I'm going to have to rename this to like $25. I'm having a very difficult time keeping it under 20, but I think 25 a week is still fair. So what did Magic Man spend his money on this week? This week I went just shopping for some singles that I wanted because I wanted to put them in some things. So the first thing I bought this week was a Spire of Industry. I'm going to be putting this in my draft cube because it's a land that provides all 5 colors of mana, and Esper Control is a very strong archetype in that cube, and this will just fit there, but it will also fit well in any deck, I think, that drafts it, because drafting some artifacts to support it is not hard to do. So I bought that, and then I bought 4 Aetherwork Harvester. In lieu of the Smuggler's Copter getting banned, I still want to play with a red-white Boros Vehicles deck because I really enjoy that archetype and I enjoy playing with the vehicles. So I'm going to put in 4 Aether Harvesters in that Smuggler's Copter's place in my red-white deck, and I'll show you how I do that today after this. So yeah, that's what I bought with my $23 this week. So just some singles. Alright, so I'm going to break down my red-white vehicles deck for you guys, and we'll put these in. So up until now, my version of red-white vehicles has been really aggressive. In fact, I don't even main deck any removal. I just go all aggro, and then I sideboard in removal as needed when I play. So I have 12 1-drops, the standard fare, 4 Thraben Inspectors, 4 Inventor Apprentice, and 4 Toolcraft Exemplars. So I always, 95% of the time, have a 1-drop in my opening hand. And then I have the Veteran Motorist in the 2-drop slot. Now, again, I only own 1 Selfless Spirit, and I'm not going to go spend a bunch of money for the other 3, so I just have the 1. And then I've got in the 3-drop slot, I was running DePaula. I took her out. She was too clunky, so I run 3 copies of Peonailer. Like I said before, I get a ton of mileage out of this, because she comes in with an extra Copter token, and you can get blockers out of the way. So 3 of these. I almost consider this to be a 2-drop. You get the 2 servos for 2 mana, so that's nice. And then on the aggressive side of things, 4 Built to Last. I think this is a fine substitute for the Selfless Spirit, and 4 Built to Smashes. And then, of course, the 4 Smuggler's Copters, which today are going to have to come out. And the other vehicles I run are Fleetwheel Cruisers, Trample, Haste, 5/3. And then I just back it up with a pair of Needle Spires, 4 Inspiring Vantages, and then the rest is basic land. So that's the build as it's been. So I'm going to do some overhauling, and I'll show you the new deck when I'm done. So the cards I'm going to try and put into this red-white build today are my playset of Aetherwork Harvesters. And since I'm introducing some energy to the deck now with the Harvester, I want to go ahead and put in some Harnessed Lightnings so that I'm main decking some removal. And maybe, just so I have a little extra energy to play around with, I put in a couple of Renegades. And then with the Aetherworks Harvester costing 3 and the Smuggler's Copters only costing 2, I'm a little bit worried that my mana curve is stepping up a little bit. This deck isn't going to be as aggressive as it was. I am hoping that the lifelink, the life that I gain from lifelink, will offset that enough to keep the deck still competitive and in games. But I also got lucky enough, if you'll remember last week, to open a Heart of Kirin in a booster pack that I bought. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in too, because it's only 2 mana as well, and I'll probably take a Fleetwheel Cruiser out because those are at 4. So help bring that mana curve back down a little bit and keep it kind of where I want it. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. And I will go ahead and do all that and show you the finished product. Alright, so here's a snapshot of everything I took out of the deck to make room for the new stuff. So this deck is going to tempo out a little bit slower now than it did, but like I said, I'm hoping that the life gain will offset that. So I still have the 4 Inspectors, and I still have the 4 Exemplars, but I'm only running 2 Inventor's Apprentice. I took 2 of them out to make room for a couple of Harnessed Lightning, so I'm at 10 1-drops now. I have 2 Peonailers. I took 1 out to experiment with the Aether Torch Renegade. If I don't like him, I'll take him back out and I'll put the other Peonailer back in. Still have the 4 Motorists. I'm down to 3 Servo Exhibitions because I took 1 out to put in a Harnessed Lightning. Still have the Selfless Spirit. So here's the playset of Harnessed Lightnings. What else came out? Oh, I took out a built to smash to make room for a harness lightning. Still running 4 built to last. So I'm at 3 built to smashes. There's the renegade. And then the harvesters came out, went in, and the copters, of course, had to come out because of banning. I think this will be an okay deal. I know he comes in for 3, but he still only crews for 1. He's really tough. At 5 toughness, he's going to be out of the reach of most of the removal in standard right now. He's going to be out of the reach of shocks, most of your harnessed lightnings. I think fatal push, Copter would have been a victim of fatal push every time because he only costs 2. Aether Sphere Harvester, you're going to have to trigger Revolt to get fatal push to kill this. So I feel good about this. I think it's got some staying power. 3 fleet wheel cruisers. Like I said, I took one of them out because it costs 4, and I'm trying to keep the curve down as much as I can. And I put in a Heart of Kieran. Now I wouldn't specifically have gone and bought this right now for myself, but I got lucky enough to open it in a booster pack, so I'm going to go ahead and play with it. So that's how it looks now, and I hope this works out, and I'll give you guys a report in a week or 2. Thanks for watching.